support groups in my hometown. So what I did, I first want to talk about some of the things I do. One of the things I do to change, I had to change the way I was thinking. I was a victim, and one of the things I did over and over is thinking if I did things differently, the future will change. But that didn't happen. And I found myself not able to change my behavior. I still expect different things from someone who consistently shows me the same behavior. So I have to change how I was thinking. I started out by reading. I read a lot, of course I write a lot. So I'm going to read to you from one of the favorite books. It's a book called Courage to Change. These are daily readings. And as I was sitting through there, I decided to just flip through something, and I'll read this to you. It's an April 28th writing. These are actually true stories that's submitted, and these books are meant to help us as we're going through change. Sometimes the things we consider our greatest weaknesses prove to be our greatest strength. They provide us with opportunities for growth that we would never have otherwise. All my life, I prayed for courage. We all do. God, give me courage, give me courage. But it was through my shyness that I learned that courage was already available to me. It was there. I just didn't know how to use it. I was hesitant about sharing if I go to a support group or a meeting, I started several years ago, 3 years ago, and I would hear everybody talk about their personal lives and what they went through as victims. And Joy was up here talking about sexual abuse, and I'm thinking, God, and I've heard that so many times. I'm thinking, I will never ever be able to talk about that. These were the first year. How could people stand up in front of other people and tell them I was abused, I was sexually abused, I was financially abused? But I learned that I had it within me, and I had to figure out a way. And one of the ways I learned is reading and listening to other people. When I heard their stories, and I'm thinking they're able to stand there and tell me their deepest, darkest secrets, there's nothing wrong with me. I think I was afraid. That's why I didn't want to talk. So I called upon, and this person said, courage is calling upon a reserve I didn't know existed. I managed to approach some of the members in the meetings that have similar experience and started talking to them. In time, I had spoken with so many people one-to-one that sharing the group became possible and sometimes even comfortable. And you were talking. When guys first enter the group, a lot of times they don't want to talk. If my fear had simply been removed, I might never have known that I am capable of acting on my own behalf. I didn't need enough strength to get up in front of a room full of strangers. I only need enough to keep me taking tiny little steps. One day I say something and I feel a little strong, and tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit more. I have exactly enough strength and courage to reach my goal. And this is a reminder for all of us. Anything and everything about me can be used for my good. If I feel insecure or frightened today, I will remember that my fear is a signal that there is something for me to learn. So this is one of the books I used quite a bit in the early years as I started to change. What did Gandhi say? Does anybody remember?
Be the change I want to see.
Be the change in the world that we want to see. Phenomenal guy. He was, and this is the book, but he was a peace leader. Non-violence, right? He alone made a lot of change in the world in Asia. And I recently, this past summer, I love biographies. I love reading, I love biographies. And I picked up Nelson Mandela's biography. This was done during the time he was in prison. Someone asked him as he came out of prison after 19 years, said, were you ever afraid? Were you ever afraid that you'll never come out and walk out? And he said this. I learned that courage was not an absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. And I have this actually posted up on my wall at work, and it's paper clipped, and it's like years and years every time I would feel afraid, I would pick it up and I'd read it. I am going to conquer fear. So with change, I learned I have to change a couple of things. Like most of us get up in the morning, and first thing I do, I gotta go to the bathroom. I don't have to think where I have to get up. I get up, I walk out of the bed. It's in my brain. It's embedded like a computer program. I get up and I walk. If I have to make a change tomorrow morning, if I'm in my bed, it's going to be very hard for me to say, I'm not going to walk that way. I have to stop. I have to change. I have to reprogram the way I was thinking. I never thought that I would be able to change the way I was thinking after being back to the region for 21 years. I thought, oh my God, I will never ever be able to leave. But as I started my recovery and counseling and talking to strangers, and when I first started talking, and I'll share this, my brother was standing there, he could attest to this. The day before I go to a meeting, I go twice a week. And I said, okay, today, the morning, this is how I start out. I am going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about what he did. Fine, I get to the meeting, I can't even talk. I did this for months, and members of my group laugh today because they use it as an example of a member who took the longest to talk. 6 months. Every time, within that 6 months, I tried to talk. The moment I opened my mouth, I start crying. All I saw were tears. I had grown it. This is not a joke. You guys will laugh at me. I did not know that a person could become allergic to their own tears. I became allergic to my own tears. When I cry, I get blisters. I had a permanent blister down this cheek. I don't know if you guys can see it. In the summertime, it shows really good. It's actually ate my skin out because I cried so much. So I decided, I guess that's my higher powers were saying no. One of the things I learned though, I go through my process, and you're sitting there, all these counselors and all these mind people. The definition of insanity. You guys know what it is?
You're doing the same thing the same way, except in a different result.
I never knew the medical definition of insanity. Was I insane? You bet. Doing the same things over and over and